As Elementor transitions away from their one-click accessibility plugin, here are a few suggestions I would like them to keep in mind. As I was searching through the internet for ideas regarding accessibility toolbars, there is one common pattern that I noticed with a lot of the websites, and that is that they had their accessibility toolbar options within the header. So that is at the top of the page. You can see the American Foundation for the Blind. They have the toolbar for increasing and decreasing fonts within the header. The RNIB in the UK, same thing. They have the color switcher within the header. The Kaya theme, it's within the header as well. MDN docs, they have their dark mode switcher within the header because that is a common pattern. I feel Elementor should also incorporate that, so they should, if possible, give users the option to maybe add like a shortcode in their header that will put the toolbar in the header rather than that floating button, because that floating button is known to have accessibility problems on its own. So using that floating button can create problems. And we're trying to make things easier for the user. Those floating buttons, they occupy space on the screen because they are constantly there on the screen, among other things. So if possible, can give us like a separate option that we can put the toolbar directly in the header to just be in the header. So that's the first suggestion. The second suggestion is, given that these are a list of buttons, rather than using what they are currently using now, if I inspect the page, rather than using the nav tag, which suggests that we are like navigating to either a section on the page or a section on the other page. These are a list of buttons, so we should not be using a navigation tag here. I propose, I'm not sure about this, so this is just me thinking about it based on what I've just been reading so far. I'm thinking we can opt for the toolbar pattern. And let me show you an example. Basically, when we have like a set of options that are related and they perform an action on the page, we tend to use this toolbar pattern. That's what you see if you open your VS Code. All of those options at the top of the page, that's apart from the file, edit, and all of that. The other options at the top of the page, they all use the toolbar pattern. So I'm thinking they should all use the toolbar pattern as well, rather than using the navigation, and those should be buttons. All of these things, if you inspect it, they are all buttons, not A tags with role equal to button or any other kind of like maneuver we're trying to do. Rather than doing all of that, just we should stick to using buttons. You can see here, there's an A tag with the role equal to button, tab index, and so on and so forth. So rather than all of these maneuvering, we should just stick to the semantic HTML, and that is using the button tag itself. So all of these should be buttons, and I'm thinking the whole thing should be in a toolbar pattern. So that is just my idea. I've not yet fully researched it, but I'm hoping Elementor will get to do some research and see if that is the right pattern for it. But I know for a fact that the navigation role is not the correct role to be used. So yeah, those are just a few ideas I had while looking into the one-click accessibility plugin. I'm hoping Elementor will at least take some time to look into those and come up with a really good widget. So if you have any suggestions or anything you think might make it better, let me know in the comments. Once the new plugin comes out, then I'll do another review about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.